press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello, hi everyone, welcome to history class. Okay, let us recall what we discussed in the last class. We have discussed in the last session, the Battle of Plassey, the reasons for Battle of Plassey, between whom did Battle of Plassey take place, why did Battle of Plassey take place, why did the Battle of Plassey take place, what were the results of Battle of Plassey, why was the Nawab of Bengal Siraj-ud-Dowla defeated, and next what were the reasons for Battle of Plassey, and next these are all the things we have discussed in the last class. When was Battle of Plassey? When did Battle of Plassey take place? 1757, June 27. Next, let us continue. Page number 14. After the defeat at Plassey, Plassey is one of the place. A Battle of Plassey which took place between the British and the Nawab of Bengal Siraj-ud-Dowla. Finally, British successfully won this battle and they control over the Bengal province. This is India map. Okay. The British control over the Bengal province through the Battle of Plassey. They wanted Diwani rights over the Bengal. Next, let us continue. Siraj-ud-Dowla was assassinated and Mir Jafar made the Nawab. Who was Siraj-ud-Dowla? Siraj-ud-Dowla was the Nawab of Bengal. After defeating the Battle of Plassey, he was assassinated, which means he was killed by the son of Mir Jafar. His name Miran. He was killed by the son of Mir Jafar, Miran. Who was Mir Jafar? Mir Jafar was the commander of army of Siraj-ud-Dowla, but he cheated the Siraj-ud-Dowla. Finally, Siraj-ud-Dowla was defeated by some cheaters such as Krishna Ballab and next to Mir Jafar. Siraj-ud-Dowla was assassinated and Mir Jafar made the Nawab. After, as we discussed in the last class, Robert Clive had managed to secure his support by promising to make him Nawab after crushing Siraj-ud-Dowla. The British, they have given the promise, they have promised to Mir Jafar, if you support us, if you got in the neutral field, definitely you would become the Nawab of Bengal. As a result, Mir Jafar made the Nawab. The company was still unwilling to take over the responsibility of administration. Mir Jafar made Nawab. Mir Jafar became the victim of the company and its employees. When Mir Jafar had become Nawab, he was victim of the company. Victim means a puppet ruler of the company. Even though the treasury went bankrupt due to the greedy nature of the British, Mir Jafar company officials never satisfied. Okay, the greediness of the company and its official was never satisfied. The companies was still unwilling to take over the responsibility. Mir Jafar Nawabada, even though Adru Kuda company was still unwilling, andre adake ishta irilla to take over the responsibility of administration. They did not want responsibility of administration. Only they wanted puppet ruler because ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಮುಂದಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇವರು ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ನಡ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದು ಹೇಳಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್. ವಾಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕಂಪನಿ ಮೇನ್ ಹೇಮ್? What was the East India Company main aim? Its prime objective was the expansion of trade. the expansion of trade all over the India. They wanted to establish trade all over the India, north to east to west to south, north to west to east to south. They wanted Bengal, already they have gained Bengal region. They gained Bengal region. They wanted to gain Maratha region and Carnatic region, Sikh region. What was the prime objective of East India Company? The expansion of trade. The expansion of trade all over the India. One more question. What was the prime objective of East India Company? The expansion of trade. If this could be done without conquest, if this could be done, what could be done? The expansion of trade, it could be done without conquest of the native rulers, ಅಂದರೆ without attack, without capture. ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ವಶಪಡಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳದಂತೆ, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತೆ, ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಕಿತ್ತುಕೊಳ್ಳದಂತೆ. This could be done without conquest through the help of local rulers. Through the help of local rulers. There were Subhas, every Subhas which were led by Subedars. In the Bengal province was led by Nawabas of Bengal. Carnatic was led by Hyderabad, was led by Nizams. Carnatic was led by Nawabas. Mysore was led by Mysore Wadiyas dynasty. And next Maratha was led by the Maratha Peshwa dynasty. Sikh province was ruled by Sikh dynasty. Bengal was ruled by Nawabas dynasty. These are all the rulers who were willing to grant privileges. It could be done without conquest through the help of local rulers who were willing to grant privileges. Some local rulers, they opposed the English administration. They opposed the English attacks. The policy of expand trade, the policy of extension. It was opposed by some local rulers, but some of the local rulers, they wanted money. They became greedy. Greedy ಅಂದರೆ ದುಡ್ಡಿನ ಆಸೆ. They wanted desire of money. That's why some of the local rulers who supported to British, they were searching. ಯಾರು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ನಮಗೆ, the British were also searching them. Those who were local rulers who were willing to grant privileges, then territories need not to be taken over directly. Territories need not be taken over directly. Why? Because some of the members willing to grant privilege, they were searching similarly those rulers. Some of the rulers who were supporting them, the British. That's why the territories need not be taken over directly. Already they had gained the Bengal province here in the Carnatic province. Through the Carnatic wars, they had gained Carnatic province. Through the Battle of Plassey, Bengal province, they had gained. And next could be done, then territories need not be taken over directly. Why? Local rulers who were willing to grant privileges. Soon the company discovered that was rather difficult. The company discovered that this was rather difficult. If we would search the local rulers who willing to grant privileges, those willing to grant privileges, those rulers, it was difficult to discover. ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾರು ನಮಗೆ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅಂಥನನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ. For difficult, for even the puppet Nawabs were not always as helpful as company wanted them to be. The puppet rulers, which means one person, a ruler is controlled by another ruler. A Thai is, what is a puppet? In the last period we have discussed a toy that you can move with the strings. Okay, always these puppet ruler, whoever it, this puppet ruler, these puppet ruler do not helpful as company wanted them to be. ಕಂಪನಿ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಬಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಪ್ಪೆಟ್ ನವಾಬ್ಸು ಕೂಡ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಾವರಿಟಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಪ್ಪೆಟ್ ರೂಲರ್ ಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಒಂಥರ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಅಪಿಯರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ. ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಘನತೆ. ಘನತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ದ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ ಅಂತಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ದ ಡಿಗ್ನಿಟಿ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ therefore they do not want to make puppet ruler. Okay, they do not convey the puppet ruler because they wanted to maintain a basic appearance of dignity and sovereignty. Sovereignty which means become freedom. A person or a territory. What is sovereignty? A person or a territory, it is not controlled by another territory or another person. That is called as sovereignty. They wanted sovereignty and they wanted dignity if they wanted respect from their subjects. They wanted respect from their subjects. Whatever it their subject, they did not want puppet rulers. Why? Because point number 1, they had to maintain a basic appearance of dignity and sovereignty. That's why they did not want puppet ruler. What can they do? What could the company do? They did not want puppet ruler. They did not conquest directly over the state. They did not want puppet ruler. What company could they do? Hangadre company ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತು? When Mir Jafar protested. Who was Mir Jafar? Mir Jafar was the Bengal Nawab of Bengal. After the death of Siraj Dawla, he was the Nawab of Bengal. He became the Nawab of Bengal after the death of Siraj Dawla. Mir Jafar, he was a victim of the company. He was a puppet ruler of the company, its employees. Even though the treasury bankrupt due to the greediness of the company and officials was never satisfied. The British projected Mir Jafar is an inefficient Nawab. The British projected Mir Jafar is an inefficient Nawab. Mir Jafar, the first who were there, let us recall once again. The first Murshid, ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರೀತೀನಿ, Murshid Quli Khan. Next Shujauddin Khan. Next Sarfaraj Khan. Next, these are all the Nawabs of Bengal. Sarfaraj Khan and next Alivardi Khan. He had 3 daughters. The first one Ghasiti Begum. Second one daughter son Shaukat Jung. Third one daughter son Siraj Uddawla. After the death of Siraj Uddawla, who became the Nawab of Bengal? Mir Jafar 1757. Look at here, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal, but he unable to pay taxes to the government. ದ ಗ್ರೀಡಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್. ಗ್ರೀಡಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ದುಡ್ಡಿನ ಆಸೆ ಉಳ್ಳವರು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದರು, ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಕೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಎ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ ವಿಚ್ ವಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಮೀರ್ ಜಾಫರ್. ದ ಟ್ರೆಜರಿ ವೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ರಫ್ಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿವಾಳಿ ಆಯಿತು ಟು ದ ಗ್ರೀಡಿ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್. ದ ಗ್ರೀಡಿನೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ನೆವರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈಡ್. The British projected Mir Jafar as a insufficient Nawab. The British projected Mir Jafar as insufficient Nawab and brought in his nephew. Here, Mir Qasim, the company deposed him and installed Mir Qasim in his place. Note, after Mir Jafar, who came to power? Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim who came to power. Mir Qasim who came to power, he became the Nawab of Bengal. In 17 Mir Qasim complained, and next to The company deposed him and installed Mir Qasim in his place. Who was Mir Qasim? Mir Qasim was the nephew of Mir Jafar. Nephew, which means Aliya. After the after the death throne of Mir Jafar, Mir Qasim, he was installed by British as the Nawab of Bengal on the throne of Bengal, as the Nawab of Bengal. And next, when Mir Qasim complained against the company, he in turn was defeated in the battle fought at Buxar. Here, you can understand, they did not mention here Mir Qasim. He was the Nawab of Bengal. He became the Nawab of Bengal after the death throne of Mir Jafar. Mir Qasim, when he has taken the power, the beginning he was loyal to the company. Loyal andre bari nishteyinda idda. But he paid 2 lakh pound on the company and gave a few places to it. Midnapur, Chittagong, Bardwana, 3 places which were given to British by the Mir Qasim as the remember of install on the throne. ಸಿಂಹಾಸನಕ್ಕೆ ಏರಿಸಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ 3 ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ಲಕ್ಷ ಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ he declared himself as an independent king. Who? Mir Qasim declared himself as an independent king. But he also, next what he did? He verified the misuse of dastakas. Dastakas were misused by British. He verified the misuse of dastakas and declared dastakas 2 types who had to pay tax. The first one is local rulers, second one is East India Company. The East India Company, they were having dastakas which were given by Mughal Empire, but local people, they must pay tax. They had to pay tax, but they could not pay tax because they were also having the dastakas were purchased by East India Company officials. This was in occurring losses of company. That's why Mir Qasim, what did he do? He declared all the business of Bengal, all business was duty free in Bengal. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಫ್ರೀ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟ, ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟ. ಆಸ್ ಎ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಸಫರ್ಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರಬಲಿ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರಿಗೆ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂತು. ಆಸ್ ಎ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗೆಡ್ against the Nawab of Bengal, his name Mir Qasim. Okay, Mir Qasim. And next afterwards Mir Qasim similarly he did ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ he was also installed by the British, he was also dethroned by the British. Again Mir Jafar who came to power. Why? Because Mir Qasim, he was the oppositor of British. He did not do the favor of British. He opposed the British, the misuse of dastakas and all duty free in Bengal, the business of Bengal, duty free in Bengal. These are all the things, these are all the declarations which was angered to the British. That's why they dethroned the Mir Qasim and they installed the again Mir Jafar. Matte Mir Jafar banda. Let us continue. His in turn was defeated in the battle of fought at Buxar 1764, driven out Bengal. Mir Jafar was reinstalled. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೋಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವನು ಮೀರ್ ಕಾಸಿಮ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, he organized an army with the help of the first one is Mir Qasim. ಬ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಕ್ಸಾರ್ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ? The battle of Buxar, here this is the first one is Murshid Quli Khan, next to Shujauddin Khan, Sarfraz Khan, Alivardi Khan, his daughter, third daughter son Mir Jafar, Mir Qasim, Mir Jafar. Next Mir Qasim, he went an organized army. Mir Qasim Mir Qasim. And next, the Nawab of Oud, Shuja'ud Dawla. And next, Shuja'ud Dawla. Next, the Mughal Emperor Shalam II. These three members, they organized army and versus the British, the East India Company. This is one of the army. This is organized army. Okay. There are two armies. Battle of Buxar, they did not mention here. The Battle of Buxar, it took place in 1764 between Mir Qasim Shuja'ud Dawla Shalam II versus the East India Company. Finally, completed our next battle fought at Buxar, driven out of Bengal. Here, the East India Company or the British won this battle, and Mir Qasim, Shuja'ud Dawla and Shalam II, they were defeated by the East India Company. And Shuja'ud Dawla, he went to Burma, Bengal, he ran away to Bengal. Shalam II, ಇವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ದ, ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ, ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೋಲನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡ. ಈ ಅಗ್ರೀಡ್ ದ ಡಿಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೀರ್ ಕಾಸಿಮ್ ಈ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರ್ಯಾನ್ ಅವೇ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ದೇ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬಟ್ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್. ಅಂಡ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು Bengal, Mir Jafar was reinstalled. Again Mir Jafar was reinstalled. Mir Jafar, Mir Qasim, Mir Jafar. Again Mir Jafar was reinstalled by the British. The Nawab had to pay 5 lakh every month, but the company wanted more money. Its finance its wars and meet the demands of trade and other expenses. The company wanted money, more money. The Mir Jafar, after the Mir Jafar, company gained. What were the effects of Battle of Buxar? The first one is Shalam II. Who was Shalam II? The king of the emperor of Mughal Empire, accorded Diwani rights over the Bengal to the British. Bengal is was one of the province or Suba which was controlled by the Mughal Empire. Shalam II, the king, he controlled over the Bengal. Okay. Shalam II accorded Diwani rights. What is Diwani right? The right to collect the tax. The right to collect the tax over the Bengal. The right to collect tax over the Bengal. This permission which was given by Mughal Emperor to the British. Before that, Farrukhsiyara, who had issued the royal permission, who had issued the only for Dastakas. But Shalam II, he had given the Diwani rights over the Bengal to the British. Okay. And next, Mir Jafar ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಯಿತು? Mir Jafar, the Nawab had to pay 50 lakh rupees. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟವನಂಗಾದ್ರೆ 50 lakh rupees every month, but the company wanted more money. They never satisfied their financial interest. They wanted more money. Why did they want? The first one is finance its war. They wanted more money. Wanted 1 marks question, 2 marks question. Wanted more money. The British wanted more money. Why? The first one reason is, they wanted more money. Why? It's wars. And second point is meet the demands of trade. Meet the demands of trade. And next, third one point is other expenses. Other expenses. Why did the British need money? The point number 1, it's wars. 2 marks question. Why did they need money? The British wanted more money. Mir Jafar, he had to pay 50 lakh rupees every month, even though they wanted more money. Why did they want money? Because it's wars, East India Company wars. They waged war against the local rulers in order to extend their empire all over the India. It's wars. And next, meet the demands of trade. Meet the demands of trade, which means trade anna manakoskara. In order to making trade, they wanted to build more and more warehouses all over the India. The ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಹೌಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. And next, second point is meet the demands of trade. Next, third point, other expenses. They wanted to take care of their army. They had to take care of their army. They had to take care of their officials. All these, they wanted more money. It's wanted more territories and more revenue. It wanted more territories and more revenue. By the time Mir Jafar died, they wanted more territories all over the India. Territories, which means land. They wanted more territories. They wanted Mysore province, Maratha province, Sikh province. They wanted more territories and more revenue. When we have captured the territories, the revenue which would come with us, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಟೆರಿಟರಿಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದರು. ದೇ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ war and negotiation method. By this time, Mir Jafar died in 1765. When did Mir Jafar die? 1765. 1 marks question. The mood of the company had changed. The mood of the company is entirely changed. Having failed to work with puppet Nawabs, they already experienced that they were having with the king of Nawab of Mir Jafar. They changed their mood. Having failed to work with puppet Nawabs, ಅಂದರೆ having failed to work with puppet Nawabs, ನಾವು ಪಪ್ಪೆಟ್ ನವಾಬನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತಪ್ಪಾದ ಕೆಲಸ. ಕ್ಲೈವ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್, we must indeed become Nawab ourselves. We must indeed become Nawabs, ಅಂದರೆ means we have to Nawab ourselves. We have to become Nawab ourselves, ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವೇ ನವಾಬ್ರಾಗಬೇಕು. We do not work with Nawabs. We have to become Nawabs. Okay, I think you have understood. Finally, 1765, the Mughal emperor appointed company as the Diwan of province of Bengal. In the year of 1765, after the Battle of Buxar, which took place between one organized army which included Mir Qasim, Shujauddin, Shalam II, and next another one side East India Company. These are an organized army. This organized army were defeated by East India Company. The Shalam II was the emperor of Mughal Empire. After the defeating of Shalam II, he gave Diwani rights over the Bengal. Here come to Mughal Emperor. Who was the Mughal Emperor? According to Battle of Buxar, he had to give Diwani rights. He had to acquire the Diwani rights over the Bengal. ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಕೊಟ್ಟ. Appointed company as the Diwan of provinces of Bengal. This is the Bengal, provinces of Bengal. Diwani rights, which means Diwani right, the right to collect land tax. The Diwan allowed the company to use the vast revenue reserves of Bengal. Diwani rights allowed the company to use. When they had become the Nawab of Bengal, the English East India Company officials, they had become the Nawab of Bengal, the Diwani rights. When they have gained the Diwani rights, Diwani rights. What is Diwani rights? The right to collect land taxes from the citizens of Bengal. From the citizens of Bengal. The Diwani allowed the company to use the vast resource of Bengal. The Bengal is one of the tremendous area in the agriculture, trade, minerals, and it is one of the wealthy area. Agriculture, it is tremendous area. There was a good irrigation. Here also there is a good, no also there right now there is a good irrigation system because there are number of rivers which flow in this area. Okay, that's why the Diwani allowed the company to use the vast revenue resource of Bengal. The company ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತು, ದಿವಾನಿ ರೈಟನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತು, they had taken enormous wealth, enormous resources from the Bengal, minerals. They looted minerals from India and exported to England. ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಿಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ. By this way, they were earning the money. This solved a major problem that company had earlier faced. This solved a major problem. What was the major problem of British? They did not initially have the money. ಆರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮನಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. This is one of the problem in the initial days. This is solved. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಯಿತು? By getting of Diwani rights over the Bengal. By getting of Diwani rights over the Bengal. They had gained Diwani rights over the Bengal. In the earlier days, in the beginning days, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ this solved a major problem that the company had earlier faced. What was the thing earlier they faced? They did not have much money. They did not have revenue. They did not take care of they could not take care of their family because they were not having the revenue. After when they got Diwani rights over the Bengal, the problem which was solved due to the getting of Diwani rights. How was a major problem solved? By 1 marks question, how was the major problem of revenue solved? By getting of Diwani rights over the Bengal. 1 marks question. And next, from the early 18th century, its trade with India had expanded. Early 18th century. In the early 18th century, its trade, East India Company trade with India had expanded. They were extending south, east, west, north. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಬೈ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವಿತ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿಲ್ವರ್ ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಬ್ರಿಟನ್. ಓಕೆ, but it had to buy most of the goods in India with gold and silver. Okay, most of the goods, whatever the goods they needed, raw materials, whatever, silk, cotton, and next spices items. How did they bring? How did they buy? ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಳ್ಳುಕೊಂತಿದ್ರು ಅವನ್ನ? From the early 18th century, the trade with India had expanded, but it had to buy most of the goods in India, gold and silver. Here, silk, cotton, they wanted raw materials from India in order to run their industries in England. That's why they had to buy materials from India. Whatever it either raw materials of spices item, either mineral resources, whatever it. ಅವನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೊಂಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರು? To buy most of the goods in India. What were the most of the goods? Silk, cotton, spices, mineral resources, forest resources, whatever it. How did they buy? With gold and silver, with gold and silver imported from England. ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಿಂದ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿಲ್ವರ್ ಅನ್ನು ತರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಕಾಟನ್ ಸ್ಪೈಸಸ್ they were buying silk cotton spices with gold and silver in India. How did they buy most of the things in India? With using of gold and silver. Why did they like this? Hangadre why did they do this? Hingyak madidru? This was because at this time Britain had no goods to sell in India. The Britain, why? 1 marks question. East India Company had to buy most of the goods in India with gold and silver imported from Britain. Why? 1 marks question. East India Company had to buy most of the goods in India with gold and silver imported from Britain. Why? Think about it. ಯಾಕಿರ್ಬೋದು ಹಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಿರ್ಬೋದು? most of the goods in India with gold and silver imported from Britain. Why? Because I told you, because at this time Britain had no goods. They were searching, they were discovering other lands to getting the raw materials from new lands. Therefore, so many members, they discovered new continent. Amerigo Vespucci, he discovered America. Vasco da Gama, he discovered new sea route to India. And next, Cabral discovered Brazil. So many parts which was discovered for getting of raw materials from new land. Okay, let us continue. Silver imported from Britain. This was because at this time Britain had no goods to sell in India. Indiaದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರ ಹತ್ರ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. No much goods. The outflow of gold from Britain slowed after the Battle of Plassey. When did Battle of Plassey take place? 1757. After the Battle of Plassey, gold and silver, outflow of gold and silver from Britain slowed. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದು ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಿಂದ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯಿತು, ಲೆಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ವೈ? Battle of Plassey and entirely stopped after the assumption of Diwani. After the Battle of Plassey, the outflow of gold and silver from England, it was reduced and slowed, entirely stopped. The gold and silver which was imported from England in order to bring whatever they want goods. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸಿಲ್ವರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ತರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. Okay, during that time there was no coins. There was a silver and gold coin. They were using silver and gold coin. Okay, but after the Battle of Plassey, the imported of gold and silver from India, it became slow and completely stopped. Why? 1 marks question. The outflow of gold from Britain slowed after the Battle of Plassey and entirely stopped. Why? The assumption of Diwani. What is Diwani? Who had given Diwani? The Diwani rights which was given by Shah Alam II over the Bengal. When he gave Diwani rights, no revenue from India. They earned the revenue. They earned the raw materials. That's why the outflow of gold and silver from England, it was completely stopped. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಯಿತು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಅರ್ನ್ಡ್ ದ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಓವರ್ ದಿ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್. they were having Diwani rights over the Bengal. Okay, next I think you have understood. Next, new revenue from India could finance company expenses. These revenue could be used to purchase. No revenue from India. Whatever the revenue which were gaining from India, no revenue from India could finance company expenses. It was only for used company expenses. What were the company expenses? As we discussed in the earlier, it was meet the demands of trade, other expense. Okay, next ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸು ಯಾವ these revenue could be used to purchase cotton. The first one is purchase cotton and silk textiles India. Silk textiles in India. Purchase cotton, silk textiles in India. And next one is maintain company troops. Maintain company troops. Maintain company troops. And next one is the cost of building. Meet the cost of building. Meet the cost of building the company fort. Meet the cost of building the company fort. The company fort at Calcutta. And officers of Calcutta. The point number 1, purchase cotton. Okay, ದಿವಾನಿ ರೈಟಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಣನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು? ವೆನ್ ದೇ ವರ್ ಗೇನಿಂಗ್ ದಿವಾನಿ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ ದಿ ಬೆಂಗಾಲ್, ದಿಸ್ ಮನಿ India could finance company this revenue, the money which was used for only purchased cotton which means raw materials of textile industry, purchased cotton, silk textiles in India, and maintain company troops which means company soldiers. They had to maintain company soldiers. They wanted money by getting of divan rights. They spent to maintain company troops. Next, they this money meet the cost of building of forts, building of company fort, maintain company troops and meet the cost of building the company fort which means ಕೋಟೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಿದ್ರು, and offices at Calcutta. Okay, how were the Diwani rights money used? The point number 1, 2 marks question. Purchase cotton, silk textiles in India, maintain company troops. This money meet the cost of building the company fort and the offices of at Calcutta. Okay, I think you have understood. Next, company officials become nabobs. The company officials become nabobs. The company officials become nabobs. Nabobs which means one of the post in the anglicized version of Indian word nawab. Andre means ಈ ನವಾಬ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪೋಸ್ಟನ್ನು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಿದ್ರು? ನವಾಬ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಟು ಬಿ ನವಾಬ್ಸ್? ಓಕೆ, ಟು ಬಿ ನವಾಬ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ that the company acquired more power and authority, but it also meant something else. Each company servant began to have visions to live like nawabs. Okay, the course that what is nababs? It means of the course that what is nabab? 1 mark question. The company acquired more power and authority over the provinces. What was nababs? Nababs which means what was Nawab? Nawab, the company acquired more power. The company acquired more power The company acquired more power and authority. The company acquired more power, and next authority which means power, adhikara. But it also meant something else, whatever it. Each company servant, every A, B, C, D company servant, ಎಷ್ಟನೇ ಕಂಪನಿ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ವಿಷನ್ಸನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಆಫ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಲವಾಬ್ಸ್. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲೀಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನವಾಬ್ಸ್. This is the vision of company officials. What was the vision of company officials? We have to living like Nawabs. After the Battle of Plassey, the actual Nawab of Bengal were forced to give land and vast sums of money as a personal gifts to the company officials. After the Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, Battle of Plassey, Nawabs of Bengal. Who was the Nawab of Bengal after the Battle of Plassey? Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal after the Battle of Plassey. This Nawab forced to give land and vast sums of money as personal gifts to company officials. According to Robert Clive, he ordered Mir Jafar had to pay 17 crores and 17 lakh rupees. 17 crore, 70 lakh rupees. And the company gained exclusive rights over the Bengal. Okay, this is the land which was given by Nawabs, gifted to company officials. Robert Clive was very famous. Robert Clive ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತ ಅಂತಂದರೆ. Robert Clive himself amassed a fortune in India. Means he collected so much of money. He became a richest person getting by illegal way. He had to come to Madras, Chennai, from England in 1743. When did Robert Clive come to India? One more question. When did Robert Clive come to India? Robert Clive was the Governor General of English. He played major role to extend our British Empire in India. He often waged war against the local rulers. When did Robert Clive come to India? 1743. 1743. Where did he come? ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದ? No, Chennai, Madras. In the 1743, he came to Madras. 1743. Bandu after the coming of India, after 5 years, he started Carnatic Wars in India. By Carnatic Wars, they were getting this land. They had got this land. Okay. Next, at the age of 18, ಅಂದರೆ 18 ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. When in 1765 he left from India, his Indian fortune was worth ಆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅದು ಸ್ಟರ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾರ್ಕು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಾಯನ್ ಆಫ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮನಿ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಿಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮನಿ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಟರ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟರ್ಲಿಂಗು? 401, 100, 102 ಸ್ಟರ್ಲಿಂಗ್. ಈ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಫಾರ್ಚೂನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಶ್ರೀಮಂತನಾಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದ. ಯಾರು? ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈವ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ದುಡ್ಡನ್ನು? 4,01,102 sterling. Interestingly, when he was appointed governor of Bengal in 1764. Nodri, already 1757 he was there in India. The Battle of Plassey, which was made by him, which was started by him only, himself, 1757. After the gaining of Battle of Plassey, he took money from the Diwan of Bengal, his name Mir Jafar. The total 1 crore, 100 crore, 50 lakh rupees he was getting from the Diwan of Bengal. But ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಮನಿಯನ್ನು ಕಂಪನಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಮನಿಯನ್ನು ಅವನೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. He was a person, he was called as corrupted person. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ he was asked, interestingly, when he was appointed governor of Bengal in 1764, ಅವನನ್ನು 1757ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕರಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೋ, ವೆನ್ he made corruption, he had gained so much money, the East India Company called him to England. That's why he went back to England after he came to India in 1764. Afterwards, he was asked to remove corruption. 1764 ಬಂದು ತಾನೇನು ಭಾರಿ ಸಾಚ ಅನ್ನಂಗೆ, ಯಾರು, ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈವ್, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅವನ ಯೋಚನೆ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ನಾನೇನು ಭಾರಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆನ ಅನ್ನಂಗೆ, ಭಾರಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆನು, ಭಾರಿ ಏನು, ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಾಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಆನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅನ್ನಂಗೆ ಇವನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಇವನೆಲ್ಲ ದುಡ್ಡೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಜಾನ್. ಹಿ ಗೇನ್ಡ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನಿ by illegal way, by cheating way, but even though ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇವನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, he was asked to remove corruption in company administration, but he was himself cross examined in 1772 by the British Parliament, which was suspicious of his vast wealth. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇವನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, he was asked to remove corruption in company administration, ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕರಪ್ಷನ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಬಟ್ he was himself cross examined in 1772 by the British Parliament. ಯಾಕೆ? The Robert Clive was cross examined in 1772. Why? One more question. Because which was suspicious of his vast wealth. He was suspicious, which means he was ಅನುಮಾನ ಅಂತಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, suspicious. He was suspicious of his vast wealth, although he was acquitted, which means he was released. But ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ, he was proved by the British Parliament, he was acquitted. That's why he was released and he committed suicide in 1774. ಅವನೇನು ಫೈನಲಿ ಸತ್ತೋದ ಎಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ, 1774. Okay, next, however, not all company officials succeeded in making money like Clive. And next, there are number of governor generals who came to India. Example, Lord Lytton, Dalhousie, Lord Wellesley, Bowring, Cobden. These are all the governors did not like Clive. Clive ತರ ಆರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. They were not making money. Many died in early death in India due to disease and war, and it would not be right to regard all of them as corrupt and dishonest. ಅಂದರೆ ಕೆಲವರು ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ಡೈಡ್, ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಸತ್ರು, ಅಂಡ್ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಡೆತ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಯಾಕೆ ಸತ್ರು? Why did they die? Due to the disease. One more question. Due to disease and war. ಕಾಯಿಲೆಯಿಂದ, there was a plague. Here there is a corona, like there was a plague also there. There were a number of person who died in the plague war. Every time virus comes to our nature world. Okay, many died in early India due to the disease and war, and it would not be right to regard all of them as corrupt and dishonest. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದು ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದ ಸತ್ತೋದ್ರು ಗವರ್ನರ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಆಲ್ ದ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಕರಪ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಅವರನ್ನು ವಿ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಕರಪ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿಸಾನೆಸ್ಟ್. ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಂಬಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ಸ್. ಮೆನಿ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ England to India, humble backgrounds. What were the humble backgrounds of East India Company governors? Their uppermost desire to gain enormous wealth from India. To gain uppermost desire was to earn enough in India, return to India, Britain, and lead a comfortable life. What were the major humble backgrounds of most of the governors? The point number 1, their utmost desire was to earn money in India, return to Britain, and lead a comfortable life. They were not like Robert Clive. They earn enough in India and return back to Britain, and they were leading comfortable life. Those who managed to return with wealth led flashy lives. Some of members, ಈಗ ಇವರು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಕಳೆದು. Some of the governor generals, some of them who led simple life, comfortable life, but some of them who managed to return with well led fleshy leaves ತೋರಿಕೆ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು fleshy leaves. And next flaunted their riches ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರು. They were called as nabobs. One marks question, who were called as nabobs? Those who managed to return with wealth from India to England. Those who managed to return with wealth, led fleshy leaves and flaunted their riches. Those who were called as nabobs? Those who managed to return with wealth, led fleshy leaves which means ತೋರಿಕೆ ಜೀವನ, and flaunted their riches ಅಂದರೆ ಅವರ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. They were called as nabobs. What is nabobs? An anglicized version of the Indian word nawab. ನವಾಬನನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು? nabobs. They were often seen as upstarts. Upstarts ಅಂದರೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒಬ್ಬ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಭಾಳ ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ ರಿಚೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. And also they were showing their richness. And next and next social climbers, upper class of society. There was a upper class of society. They were sitting in the upper class of society, the British society, and were ridiculed or made fun of plays and cartoons. ಅವರನ್ನು ಯಾವ ಥರ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂಥರ ರೆಡಿಕ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಹಾಸ್ಯಾಸ್ಪದವಾಗಿ, ಮೇಡ್ ಫನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಟೂನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್? The first one is Battle of Buxar, and next one is why did they want money, and next one is how did they gain Diwani rights over the Bengal. Next what were the uses of money to getting Diwani rights over the Bengal. Okay, let us just you make a point, just you recap. I hope you have understood. Okay, thank you.